So the first thing I discovered over the last 8 years is that the individual has incredible power. The power of the individual is unbelievable. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that people love people. People don't love objects. People don't love flowers. They don't love institutions. They don't love things. People love people. And when it comes to media, this is especially true. Look at this example. Tucker Carlson is an individual. Fox News is an institution. When Tucker Carlson left Fox News lost millions of followers. He built his own new channel on Twitter or X and built his own Fox News because people love people. There is no affiliation, there's no affinity necessarily to Fox News, but people love the guy. And so that is so interesting when you think about content. When you put a human in front of the video talking, you get 10x more engagement. No matter how annoying the presenter is, like me, when you add a human, people love the human or hate the human. But at the end of the day, you want a human. If Nas Daily was just a voiceover with text on screen, I wouldn't be here today. So the main reason that Nas Daily succeeded is people love people. Now, how does this apply to you? Think about your company that you're building, or your media organization, or your project, whatever it is. Put a person in front of it, either the customer, or the CEO, or the founder, or the investor, or the employee. Elevate the status of people. And if you look at this, this is Nas Daily's Facebook page. Look at how many people there are. The mission statement, bring people together. The cover photo, a lot of people. The profile picture, a lot of people. For God's sake, do you even know what Nas means? People. Nas means people in Arabic. Raise your hand if you speak Arabic. Do you agree? Is it correct? Does it mean people in Arabic? Great. It's not fake news. Nas means people in Arabic. And that is the main reason why it succeeded. Now, the second lesson I learned is the power of packaging. And this is so underrated. Nobody talks about this, and they should. Packaging. I'm not talking about Amazon packaging. I'm talking about something that will shock you. I'll give you a real-life example. This is a CNN article about something that is important. China is celebrating a decade of the Belt and Road Initiative. Everybody here knows the Belt and Road Initiative, right? Essentially, China goes around, builds a port, builds a street, builds a highway, builds a bridge in different countries around Asia to build a new Silk Road. Now, a lot of journalists covered this topic in text format in a very academic fashion. How many views does this article get? 30,000 on average. Now, what happens if you take the same idea, the same message, but you change the package? What if we say, instead of Belt and Road Initiative, decade, blah, 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 what if we call it the Chinese money trap? It's about the debt policy, okay? What if we show a person showing money? What if we go to the country like Sri Lanka and talk about the port that's there? And what if we make it super simple to understand and turn it into a video and put it on social media? What do you get? This is what you get. 52 million views, 64,000 comments, 344,000 likes, just in English. Together, this simple video got more than 75 to 100 million views globally. So much so that the United States government reached out to me, and they were like, we want more of these videos. I was like, I didn't make it because of that. We didn't end up working with them, to be clear, but even governments started to notice this. It's the same message, different packaging. So what does that tell you? In 2024, we should all adopt and embrace and hug and kiss videos. Forget pictures. Forget text. If you want to reach the masses, you gotta do it in 24 frames per second. If anything, we live life in video. Our eyes see in 24 or 30 frames per second. So why are we not communicating per video? If my speech today was just text, 2 of you would read it. The remaining would not read it. But because my talk today is in video, you're paying attention. So I cannot stress the importance of videos. But the third thing I cannot stress enough is the power of social media. So, where are we now? If you want to build the next Nas Daily for your company, for your organization, for your nation, or for yourself, remember the power of the individual, correct? Then the power of packaging. So focus on individual, package it in video, and then social media, the power of social media. Today, we live in a world that is incredibly scary because one video can create a terrible political revolution. One video in one day can cause civil unrest. One video in one day, or one video in one day can create a health revolution. The question is, which video is it going to be? And who's going to make it? That is how powerful social media is. It's so powerful that when I met Prime Minister Modi, the first thing he told me was, social media is incredibly powerful and good, but dangerous at the same time. I was like, of course, yes, I agree. I'm talking about this tomorrow. It's so powerful, but it's so new. And this is what most of us do not understand, is how new social media is. Your industry, you're an equities trader, correct? You're in the finance industry. We've been doing finance for at least 1,500 years, okay? We've been paying each other. We've had currencies. We've had corporations. We've had trading, commerce for 1,500 years. We've had enough times to understand it. Social media, we've only really had for 15 years, 1% of the time. So that tells you that we don't know what's going to happen, and we should all embrace social media now. We see this already in India. We see social media actually changing India already. I'm going to give you a positive example. This is an example of organ donation rates because of one video. One video on Instagram by my friend Rivant has taken organ donation rates by 5x, if not 7x, because of social media. We've known organ donations is a thing for decades, but it took one video by one individual in the right package on the right social media platform to make this go vertical. It's the same idea, just different packaging. So where are we now? Individual, video packaging, social media, and now the fourth one, the power of, you got it, consistency. Everybody thinks you can become famous in a day. Well, the truth is, Rome was not built in a day. In that case, you cannot be famous in a day. You cannot build a startup in a day. You cannot build a brand or a company in a day. It just doesn't happen. Let's take an example of Nas Daily. The first 100 videos of Nas Daily, they failed. The second 200 videos of Nas Daily also failed. It took me 271 videos to succeed. I was averaging 5,000 to 10,000 views on day 270. And on day 271, we got 30 million views. 10,000, 30 million in one day. But that could never have happened if it wasn't for consistency. If I made a mistake on day 260, I could fix it in 24 hours on day 261. When I make a mistake on day 130, I fixed it on day 131. It took me 24 hours to fix a mistake. Now, think about it. If you make a documentary every 6 months, You make a mistake, for your next documentary, it'll take you another 6 months to correct it. So you have 2 shots to succeed in a year. I have 365. And that is the difference between a documentary maker versus a daily video maker. 1,000 daily videos, that's how much it took me to build a brand. The power of consistency is exponential. So my advice to everybody here, try not just to focus on quality, also focus on quantity. Life is a game of quality and quantity. When you have quality and quantity, you succeed. It's as simple as that. A lot of us focus on quality, but there's this concept called Parkinson's law. It says, work expands to the time allowed for it. I'm going to repeat this again so everybody understands it. Work expands to the time allowed for it. If I give you 10 days to make a video, you'll make a video in 10 days. If I give you 5 days to make a video, you'll make the same video in 5 days. The same quality. There is no difference. So that's why you got to shrink the time allowed for tasks, and the quality will not suffer. This has been the DNA of Nas Daily. 24 hours to make a video, no more. We repeated the same message 1,000 times every 24 hours, and that's how it started to grow. So where are we now? The power of individual, the power of packaging, the power of consistency. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. Even I forgot it. The power of the power of individual, the power of packaging, the power of social media, and the power of consistency. What's the 5th power? This is specific to NDTV world. It's called the power of India. Now, I would say this in front of your face and behind your back. I'm not just saying this in front of you, but I truly believe this. Life is a game of numbers. The world of content is a game of numbers. Simple as that. Number of followers, number of views, number of impact, number of videos, numbers. Okay? And when it comes to numbers, India wins every game. Okay? Like for some reason in India, there are no small numbers. Nobody has 10 followers. Like the minimum is like 1 million and above. In India, nobody has like 1 million votes. It's like 700 million votes. There's no like 10 customers. It's 10,000 customers. So it's almost always that India has the law of large numbers on its side. But what does that mean? That means there is no social media without India. Ask any content creator right now in America, in Denmark, in Germany, in Israel, in Singapore, what's your number 1 country? If you make content in English, what's your number 1 country? Odds are it's India, simply because of the number of numbers. So this is important because now we can leverage this massive number of people to tell the story of India through social media. Out of the 1.34 billion people, there are at least 30 million Nas Dailies. The best export, the best way to build soft power, and the most affordable way to build soft power is through content. And it's also through food, like Indian food in America or Thai food around the world. Yes, you can build soft power through food. But with India, you can build soft power through content. And it's not just Bollywood. It's through Facebook videos, Instagram videos, YouTube videos, from India to the world. This is why I am so excited about the things that NDTV World is doing. This is India's attempt at building its own image and distribution and soft power to the world through content. And I really cannot wait to see it succeed because the world needs it. So, going back to my original question, why the hell did Nas Daily succeed? Why me? Why now? Why this? And I think by now everybody knows. Nas Daily was an individual, not an institution, an individual who focused on storytelling in video format. Never wrote an article in my life. focused on storytelling with video format, positive stories. I uploaded everything on social media. I never touched TV, never touched Netflix, never touched any of that stuff, and they never touched me either. And uploaded on social media, and I did it 1,000 times, and some people think I'm from India. So we got all 5 powers in one, and that has been the key success of Nas Daily. How does this relate to you? If you're looking to build an organization, if you're looking to build a media organization, if you're looking to build a company, if you're looking to build a product, if you're looking to build a country, you need all 5 powers and you need to adopt it. That, I believe, is the formula to change the world and build your own version of Nas Daily. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I hope this helps.